Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here and we are kicking off round 8 with a battle between two Elite Four sides. The Heart Home Spectres are coming off their first loss of the season, but if they win here today, they should be able to get themselves back on top of the leaderboard. But the 4 Tree Tempest, if they get the victory, they will jump up from 4th place and into at least 2nd. We will find out shortly who wins. Let us know who you think and we'll send it down. Now, both these sides have been having phenomenal seasons, so we'll see who can take it out here today, as it is Noivern and Iron Jugular starting out for the 4 Tree Tempest. It will be Electrode and Gengar starting out for the Heart Home Spectres, and Electrode is going to Terrasilize into the Ghost type, being the Terrasilizer Pokemon for the Heart Home Spectres. It is Hisuian Decidueye that is the Terrasizing Pokemon for the 4 Tree Tempest. We will find out as the match goes on if it is actually in this matchup, but it is a Torch Song started off by Electrode. It is the quickest Pokemon in the PokeType League, and it gets a special attack boost after that Torch Song onto Iron Jugulars. But it's a Chloroblast onto Electrode. Massive hit there from Noivern, but there is huge recoil damage from that attack. This could allow Gengar to capitalize as it goes for the Flame Charge, but it's not very effective there onto the Flying Dragon type. However, it does boost Gengar's speed. Iron Jugulars is going to go for the Tearful Look onto Electrode here, lowering that attack stat and that special attack that was just boosted by that Torch Song. But Gengar is now quickest on the field, going for what will be a super effective Blizzard. Noivern avoids the attack, but Iron Jugulars takes the hit, but it is able to hold on. Electrode follows it up with the Esper Wing, but Iron Jugulars is immune to it, being part Dark type. This allows Noivern to go for the Mountain Gale, coming down hard there onto Gengar. But Gengar's Cursed Body ability has been activated, so Noivern will struggle as we get the Eerie spell onto Electrode, and Electrode is eliminated by Iron Jugulars. Both these sides being highly offensive here today in this matchup to kick off round 8, as the Terrestrial Pokemon is gone out. Comes Drifblim, and that Sun has come out as well, with Gengar going for the Shell Smash. It's going to lower both of its defensive stats here, but it is going to boost its attack and special attack, as well as that speed that's already been boosted, but it has 130 base special attack, and it's just boosted, so it could cause some massive damage for the 4 Tree Tempest. As Noivern, having no moves left, is going to struggle. Gets a good hit there on Gengar, but does get some recoil damage, unfortunately. Iron Jugulars follows it up with the bind, but the ghost types are immune to normal type attacks, as Drifblim capitalizes with the first impression. Noivern holds on by a thread after that not very effective attack, but it will not hold on after the Mach Punch from Gengar. Yet another not very effective attack, but it's effective enough to get the job done, and that's what counts as the Judgment will not affect Gengar. Yet again, another normal type move being performed there, as the Heal Pulse from Drifblim is actually going to benefit Iron Jugulars, who was in absolute knockout range there, as well as Braviary comes out for the 4 Tree Tempest. And Gengar with the Aromatic Mist here is going to help out Drifblim, giving it a special defense boost here. And we get the Extreme Speed. Iron Jugulars continuing to go for these normal type moves on the Ghost type Pokemon, being completely ineffective, but the Lunar Dance, Braviary is going to take itself out of this matchup in its very first turn. This is going to put the Heart Home Spectres in front. And now the Parabolic Charge, which eliminates Gengar with a critical hit. It is super effective on Iron Jugulars, but Drifblim's taken out its teammate, and Gengar, clearly in frustration, has had its Cursed Body ability activated, which means Drifblim should struggle, as it is Dragapult coming out for the Spectres and Flamigo coming out for the Tempest, and immediately the Muddy Water from Dragapult. Iron Jugulars is holding on, but it will lower the accuracy of Flamigo here. Iron Jugulars going for the Revelation Dance onto Drifblim, and that is a massive, super effective hit. Flamigo looking to follow it up, going for the Earthquake, which will not affect Iron Jugulars or Drifblim, as they are both flying type Pokemon, but Dragapult will take the full impact of that hit, but its Cursed Body ability has now been activated, so now Flamigo is going to be struggling as Drifblim struggles on the field. Now, it is going to hold on, though, by a little bit after that recoil damage. Dragapult going for the Endeavor, but it is going to affect, or won't affect Flamigo at the moment. However, Iron Jugulars for the Spirit Shackle, this will be super effective, going for the Pseudo Legendary. Dragapult holds on. Flamigo, though, is going to struggle, goes for Drifblim. Drifblim is eliminated with that move from Flamigo. And the 4 Tree Tempest have taken back the lead, as Flamigo does get the recoil damage there, and now out comes Goldango for the Heart Home Spectres, as the Baton Pass from Dragapult. It is going to go back to the bench. It is not eliminated, folks. It is still in this, but out comes Skeledirge for the Hard Home Spectres. And Iron Jugulis, who has been in since the start, goes for the super effective crunch onto Skeledirge. I wonder if that would have actually eliminated Dragapult, as Flamigo continuing to go for the struggle. Skeledirge is already in knockout range as Flamigo takes the recoil damage, and Gholdengo with the Petal Dance takes Flamigo out of this matchup. We are down to 3 Pokemon per side, and Iron Jugulis is still in this matchup as Decidueye in its Hisuian form has come out. It is going to Terrasilize, so it sheds that grass fighting type, and it's now a flying type Pokemon. We did mention that it could be in this matchup earlier, and the Fortree Tempest have decided to use it in this matchup, knowing that there are huge stakes here at the moment. And Iron Jugulis, with the last respect, Skeledirge is eliminated with that super effective move. A great hit there by Iron Jugulis. And we know that Dragapult will be coming back out onto the field, but first Gholdengo with that Petal Dance will finally take Iron Jugulis out of this matchup, and we're down to the last 2 Pokemon for both of these sides, as Gholdengo will be left confused due to the fatigue of that Petal Dance being performed. And we have the Dazzling Gleam now from Decidueye, which is not very effective on the part Steel type, as it will be Salamence, the pseudo-legendary of the Fortree Tempest. Dragapult, the pseudo-legendary for the Hard Home Spectres, coming back out onto the field, and Salamance's Intimidate ability is activated, lowering that attack stat of the 2 ghost types. And there is the Mega Kick from Dragapult onto Decidueye. Salamence going for the Confider onto its fellow pseudo-legendary is going to lower that 100 base special attack of Dragapult, as Gholdengo needs to shake off this confusion. And it is successful. It's going to go for the Thunder. This will be super effective, and Decidueye is eliminated as I lose my voice. The Hard Home Spectres have taken the lead at this crucial point, but Salamence is the pseudo-legendary. As I've mentioned multiple times here, it needs to bring it, but first it will be the Vacuum Wave, which won't be very effective on Salamence from Dragapult. Salamence, with the opportunity to respond, goes for the Dragon Tail, but Gholdengo avoids that attack, and it is still confused, wobbling about this field, and it is able to shake it off yet again, setting up for a Meteor Beam. It is going to boost its special attack. It has 133 base already, so that special attack boost on top of the Meteor Beam will be huge. But Dragapult first going with the Acid Armor. It's going to boost its defense a great deal here, as Salamence with the low sweep will not affect the ghost types. They're also immune to fighting type moves. This will allow Gholdengo, as it snaps out of its confusion, it's going to go for the Meteor Beam. And Salamence is eliminated with that super effective move. It has been taken out of this matchup, and the Hard Home Spectres have gotten the victory. They are going to move themselves to the top of the leaderboard. They are in prime position as we almost get to the halfway point of this season. Next round, they will be taking on the Delta team of the Holon Heroes, whereas the Fortree Tempest, sitting in 4th, still will have another huge matchup because they will be taking on the Motorstoke Engines next round. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.